Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. When we are not off-road, we are over here doing some product reviews that are going to be extremely helpful to you on the trail, especially with what we have today, which is an ALLPOWERS R600 solar generator. Now behind it, you see the SP027, which is their 100-watt solar panel that folds up really conveniently, easy, very lightweight to carry. And this R600 solar generator here is a really compact piece of equipment that's going to be beneficial to you on the trail, even at home, when you're camping, if you're trying to run anything on your camp, trying to charge your phones, charge your fans, maybe possibly run your your portable fridge or your diesel generator or anything like that. So we got this. So this little machine right here kicks out 600 watts of pure sine wave, and then it has a 1200-watt surge on it. So this little thing can push out a 1200-watt surge, which I myself thought was pretty impressive for the size of this. It's got 400-watt max fast charging, meaning that if you plug this into the wall, it can take on 400 watts and charge this unit very, very quickly. It's got 8 outputs for charging. You can charge multiple devices at once. You've got smart control on the monitor. So I'll show you that. It's actually it is a web app. It's a cell phone application, like a lot of the bigger units that you see out there. But you can control this machine all right from the app, which is pretty cool. Tells you what you're putting out, how much watts are coming in, how many days you have left, hours, minutes left on your whatever you're using it for. So it's got a ton of information, and this has a 10 millisecond UPS support, meaning that if you had a device plugged in to it and that to the wall, it's got a 10 millisecond or less up support, meaning that if the power went out, the device that you're using to that you're powering will essentially it'll have a smooth transition to have that pure power, and even if the power goes out, it will not shut your device off that you're charging or powering. So you got two AC outputs that are 600 watts. You've got two USB-C outputs, and then you got two USB-A outputs, which are always good to use. You got one cigarette output. You got one wireless charging. So if you can see here, the top of this unit is a 15-watt wireless charger. And like I said, this thing is super compact. It's much lighter than my other unit that I have, which is really, really nice. It's only 12 pounds. And if you can see here, it's basically 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches by 11 inches. So um, everything that you see here came in the package. So the solar panel was shipped separately. And so everything that the solar generator comes with is the power cord, the unit, and you have your user instructions. So everything is very, very simple. Now I'm going to show you this solar panel real quick. It's a really nice looking solar panel. Obviously, it's weatherproof here, so it can get rain on it and whatnot. But it folds up really easy, just like that. So folds up. It's nice, and you have the zipper pouch here. And when you undo the zipper pouch, you have multiple different connections. If you need to, because there's a lot of different ways these other solar panels or other solar generators take power. So you have multiple different connectors. If it's not just your standard connector, they have a bunch of different connectors that you may run into depending on the generator that you're using. But anyways, basically this is a universal panel that you can use on any different type of solar generator. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna kind of take you for a walkthrough on this device and what the screen looks like. All right, everybody, so we're gonna take an up close and personal view of the R600 here. So just to kind of take you over the front layout real quick, is it has a really nice screen. You got your input, your output, your days remaining. This little icon up here you have your Bluetooth icon. In order to turn that on, you're going to long press this button here, and to turn the unit on itself is going to be the power button. We're going to go over to our phone real quick. This is the application it looks like. It's a pretty nice application. It completely has control over all the stuff, so you can see how fast and responsive that is. I can turn the AC on, the DC on. If you can see those green button, the green lit up on these units here, go ahead and pop those off. You can hear it turn off. When you go up to your little 3 bars, you can do work mode. This is going to be your charging, so you can go fast, standard, or mute, which is just slow and quiet. You can put this unit in equal mode, and you can give it a time to shut down. So if you had like fans plugged into here or whatever, and you're like, I only want to run my fan for 4 hours, you can have this unit shut that down for you. You've got full-size plugs, AC plugs in here, which is nice. Some of them only come with just 2 standard, but you actually have that third one there for you. You've got the cigarette lighter here, and then again you got 2 USB-Cs, and you got the USB-As here. The Cs are 100 watts there, and it tells you here, press the DC button for 3 seconds to turn on and off the Bluetooth. You hold that down, it'll turn that little indicator off there. I just wanted to show you close up, give it a good spin. So here you have a whole panel that is protected. So you got your AC charging, you've got your overload protector, and your solar input. And so that is going to look just like that for you. So in case you do trip the system over that 1200 watt surge, or something's trying to go over 600 watt continuous, it'll trip that and you'll have to use this to reset it. Now, one of the big things I wanted to tell you as well with this unit is this is LifePro 4. So these are this is in the lithium iron phosphate system, and it's going to last you many charges. Okay, so with the lithium iron phosphates, you can get a ton of charges out of this unit. I believe this unit is rated for 3,800 charges before it reaches 80% of the life of the battery. Okay, and I will actually link the actual exact number for you. We'll put it in the video for you, so you guys can have a good indicator of, you can just drain this thing down and all the way back up. They really this one really stands out because you can go from 0 to 99% recharge in 1 hour, which is really fast for a 600 watt. The UPS battery system is absolutely amazing. And I know I just hit on the LifePro 4, so 3,500 times before the unit hits 80% of its life. So 3,500 recharges from 0 to 100 before the batteries in this start getting that are actually go down to 80%, which is fantastic. So if anyone is not familiar with LifePro 4s, I always highly recommend using a LifePro 4 battery. If the unit you're buying does not have it, guys, save yourself the time and money and concerns of longevity. Get yourself a unit that has LifePro 4 batteries. So you can pretty much use this thing for everything, and I'm going to go over a bunch of things that you can use it for. You got your car refrigerators, kettles, juice makers, fans, televisions. You know, you got your MacBooks or AirBooks. You got lights. You can recharge your cameras, take this out in the field, recharge your gear that you're using to record with, to include your cell phones and laptops and pretty much everything. So it is a really for being such a small unit, this is like the perfect one. I think I'm going to put this up in our tent to do our phones, our fans, and even our LED lights in our tent. Or we're going to actually possibly use this for our Bogue RV fridge. I'm going to actually tell you how long. I'm going to hook it up to our fridge, and I'm going to see how long that this is actually going to be able to run that fridge. All right, guys, just so you can see, I've got my Bogue RV fridge here. It's got nice drinks in it from our party that are still left over. Got that plugged into the wall currently, and currently the battery's we're locked in at 70%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook this here. We're going to plug this in right there. I'm going to turn that on. And we're pulling 60, what are we pulling? Hang on. I guess my, it's actually not pulling anything quite yet. I say that because it says no watt, the watt output is not going. So with the fridge, when the compressor kicks on, it's going to pull from here. Okay, so I'm going to start our time, and this should be able to power that unit theoretically for quite a while. This only pulls about 60 watts, maybe every, I don't know, it depends on when it kicks on. Maybe every 30 minutes it'll pull 60 watts, but it for sure is not on 60 watts full time for a whole hour. So you can see right now it's not pulling any watts. So once I can get a watt draw estimate, we'll come back and I'll update the video on that. So let's just see. Let's see how long it can power this big boy, and we'll go from there, okay? So right now, we got it in there. It's powered, and let's see where it can go from there. All right, guys, so the Bogar V fridge lasts about 4 hours and 19 minutes from 70% to 0. And because I had the fridge so low, so it was maintaining a high output at 33 degrees, it did pull the power from this from 70 to 0 in about 4 hours and 19 minutes. There's 3 different modes to recharge this, and there's a mute mode there, which is like essentially a quiet mode. There's a standard mode, and then there's a fast mode, which I'm turning on now. I'm gonna see if that, okay, so see how those watts are jumping up? So the watt input is jumping up, and that will, it should essentially, it says it can go up to 400 watts. Of course, it depends on what your wall is going to be putting out, and I'm sure it'll fluctuate while it's recharging, but it says it'll recharge this in 1 hour. Hey guys, just wanted to show you here. So we are at max output for charging. It's actually over 400 watts. It takes a few minutes. From 0, it obviously isn't going to pump 400 watts in, so it gradually will raise up. So right now we are at fast mode. I'm going to bring it down to standard mode so you can see the drop real quick. Just takes a second to let it drop. So you can see it's going to reduce the power. The fan is automatically on when it's cooling, or for cooling as well. So standard, and then you can even go as far down as mute mode, which should end up bringing it down to its slowest charge mode where the fan is at the quietest level. So we'll probably just leave it on mute mode, let it charge up, and then we're going to get to some more testing. So as you can see, that dropped it significantly, from 400 to 112, and then standard was around 200 to 300 depending. So pretty cool that you can do that right all by the app. App looks like that, so pretty neat. Cool. All right, y'all. So just wanted to show you the capabilities of the R600. I think this unit is awesome. I've got our iPad hooked in. I've got our DJI mic case hooked in. Charging my my watch. Charging my iPhone. We're running this fan, and this thing is wirelessly charging my Samsung up top here. You can tell we're pulling 55 watts, you know, give or take. It's showing that this at this rate it can last about 3 hours on this unit. You can actually crank this up to level 3 here. We're gonna pull 76, you know, between 76 and 80 watts depending on that. That's gonna reduce that time about an hour if you keep it consistent. So we'll turn that back down. And so if you got a family, you're out and about, you gotta charge your phones, charge your you know, your recording gear. You got an extra cell phone. This is just something we use to take pictures and videos. It's an old Samsung of ours. This thing is going to be great if you got drones. and all that. You can charge pretty much anything that doesn't go over 600 watts. If it surges, it can surge to 1200, but as long as it stays 600 or below for constant run power, this machine, this solar generator can run that. If you were to have, this is a 100-watt solar panel by them. If you were to have that solar panel kicking out 80 watts while this is pushing out 75, you could maintain this charge pretty much indefinitely while there's sun out there. We're going to test the efficiency of the panel. It's not a very nice day out yet, so I'm going to wait till there's some sun out there. We're here in Virginia. It's kind of cloudy today, but this panel's great. I think it's going to be great for us going out camping just around the house. If I want to bring a fan outside or something, I think this is going to be great, especially with the baby on the way. We can always use an extra one of these. We're going to probably use this in the tent for a fan, charge our phones, charge our watches, charge our camping gear, run our all of our recording equipment. This is going to be able to quickly recharge that stuff, and this can charge up to 400 watts from the wall, which means this thing can be charged in an hour or under. So this is pretty cool. We're going to wait for some sun, start testing that panel, but all in all, I think this the solar generator by this R600 is a great solar generator because it's small, compact, easy to use, and again, this is accompanied by an application that makes this all easy to get right on your app. You can watch it, monitor it. You can increase and decrease the charging power from your AC, and it's great. You can even set times where this thing will shut off, and all these plugs can shut off. So it is really easy to use, and it's just a great unit, guys. So let's wait for some sun, and we'll go out and test it. Okay, guys, so we have a nice sunny day here in Virginia Beach. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead. We are going to get this panel all set up here in the sun. We're going to see what's going on here. So the cords that it comes with are looking like this. And so we're going to throw this adapter on here, and that's going to allow us to connect to the unit. And once we connect to the unit, we're going to go just throw the panel out in the sun, and we're going to see how much it's going to take in, and I'm going to charge the unit back to full, and I'm going to time it. Granted, give or take the sun's position here, it's going to change and move. We're here in the backyard, so just keep that in mind. So when you're putting it in here, guys, you're just going to flip this up here. You're going to throw this in, and it's that easy. I'm going to turn this on. I'm just going to show you. We're at 5%. So let me go throw this into the sun real quick. When you guys get this one done here, you can re-zip this, and then we're gonna go throw this, I think, right out here in the yard. So like right here. It's got two stands for you, so you can capture the maximum sunlight. And just like that, y'all, we're gonna get this set up just like that. So if you can see, it's a 100-watt panel. It is pulling in 50 watts. You got the little fan icon on, meaning that it's charging. And it's got a decent cord, so you can have that out there. If I wanted to, I could actually maybe put it up here. But it actually is doing pretty good right there. So without me stepping in front of the sunlight, we're going to keep this out. We'll just adjust it every now and then up here. And let me start my watch real quick, because this is going to be, give or take, depending on the sun. So right now on the 100-watt panel, we're picking up 49. It's going to probably be between, 40 and 80, depending on how much sunlight that panel is going to get. Let me see if I moved it right here, because it looks like that's a really good area here. Oh, my all the lovely plants there. Let me see if I can set it up there. See if let's see if it makes a difference. Yeah, I mean a little bit of a difference. Now it's pulling in 56 watts. So we're at 56 watts. It says it's going to take 5 hours to charge at 56 watts. And the sun should be pushing some really good power right here for a while, at least for maybe an hour or two. And then I can shift it over. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. So we're gonna leave this. I'm gonna keep the unit in the shade. We're gonna let that soak up some of that nice sun. I've got the unit down there in the shade, and I'm gonna let you know how long it takes. But at this point, it says it's gonna take about 5 hours. This sun is gonna move around, so that's the only thing. When you have a solar generator, you're gonna have to position it to the sun. You can actually, if you wanted to, you can mount this panel. You could throw this on the top of your truck, on top of your RV. You could throw it around a tree, you know, with some hooks if you needed to. If you noticed here, it has hooks, right? So you can hang this right there. You can hang that and do whatever. But overall, the R600's been a great system. All right, y'all. So we are at an hour and 58 minutes. I figured that has been in the sun for nearly 2 hours. Let's see what we're looking like as far as percentage. Oops, that's the light. So we are at 37%. We're running at 60 watts, which is pretty good. And it says we got about 3 hours left. So we started at what, 5 or 6%, and we're at 37% now. So that's pretty good, guys. You know, all in all, we're gonna have this thing fully recharged in about 3 hours. That's free energy, okay? There you have it, folks. The ALLPOWERS R600. This is the bundle deal with the panel and the unit. It can be purchased separately, or you can purchase it together. This baby is going to be recharged in about 3 hours. It's pushing about 60 to 70 watts. It's a great unit at a great price. Great for camping, great for around the house. Whatever you could find a use for it. 600 watt pure Sine wave, 1200 watt surge, and a ton of other options. So I'm going to leave all of the information in the description. I'll put the Amazon link in the description as well as a link to their website. Go check them out. This is a great option. It's budget friendly for your family, and I think they'll do really well by you. All right. So again, that's the R600 by ALLPOWERS. All in all, great unit. God bless and have a great day, y'all.